I think it's the loneliest thing in the world to have people around you, but you can't really touch them and connect with them for who you really are because you just keep trying to give them who you think you're supposed to be. That's a lonely place. You think this message is just for single people? It's not. You think I'm talking about people who don't have followers on Instagram? I'm not. I think we all have spots. I used to not think that. I used to think certain people didn't. I used to be embarrassed because I thought I was the weird one. I think we all have insecurities. We don't wear them on the outside, so sometimes even the people who love us can't see what we really wrestle with.
Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your servant. And pain is telling you that there's a problem here and you need to get it fixed. You need to drag it out of the dark and you need to deal with this, and you have to decide enough is enough. It's time for a new direction. It's time to say that's it. Turn to somebody and say that's it. Passivity is a spirit and it'll kill you. It'll kill your relationships. It'll kill your home. It'll kill your marriage. If we just sit back and do nothing, it'll kill you.
This is the truth, is that so many of us say that we want to change, but many of us are unwilling to pay the price to change. And really all of change comes from not focusing on what you can't control. It comes from focusing on what you can control. All of change has a price tag attached to it. That today, each and every one of us, we have to count the cost. Do we actually want to change? Are we willing to pay the price for change?
You're going to have to move ahead in spite of your fear. All right? I've said many times that every major decision in Saddleback's 42-year history that I had to make, I was scared to death to do it. I just did it anyway because I was not going to let fear dominate me. We're going to do the right thing. Never let fear stop you. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving ahead in spite of your fear. If you're not afraid, you don't need courage. You only have courage when you're scared to death, and you do it anyway.
Stop expecting out of people what only God can give. This is why we get depressed. We keep waiting on people to complete us. If you wait on somebody to complete you, you are going to be in a constant state of suspension, LJ. They can help you. God can use people to bless you, but quit putting demands on people that are unreasonable.
More and more people seem to be losing control of their lives, enslaved with habits that are robbing them of joy, robbing them of peace. They need healing of fear, healing of resentment and anger. The moment that you reach into the darkness and stop hiding your issues and you pull them out into the light, healing begins.
And here's the truth. Change happens in a moment. It's results that require time. I just think there's so many people that are living today, especially in 2021, and we spend more time on our excuses than we do on execution. We're just full of excuses, just full of reasons as to why we can't start now. Oh man, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Some of you, you started the fast, and because you failed 3 days in, you just gave up on the rest of the 18 days. No. Start today. Begin again. You're failing in realizing that the most valuable thing that you have is today.
Why would you ever choose to fight time when you could have time on your side? Who wouldn't want to harness the great river of time that flows through all of life? Why wouldn't you want to use the power of time to generate power in every area of your existence, to turn the turbines of your hopes and dreams, to charge your every aspiration with lightning bolts of electricity? Well, there is only one way to make time work for you, not against you, and that's with patience.
You need to make a plan. If you're going to build a better future, you got to have a plan for your life. You have to have a life plan. You need to write down a simple plan and get started on building a better future. Now, it's not going to happen without a plan. If you don't have a plan for a better future in your life, you're just going to coast. And you can't coast into a better you. You can't drift into a better future. It takes intention and it takes planning. I'm sure you've heard the old cliche, if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. Now, that may be a cliche, but you know what? It's still true. Nothing's going to happen in your life till you first get dissatisfied with what you're doing, take a good look at what's going on inside your soul, and then you come up with a simple plan.
I wonder for us, has never enough become our normal? Like, I'm not talking about last week or the week before that, and I'm not talking about bank account. I think the spirit of this age is the spirit of never enough. We can never get enough information. We can never get enough what we call connection. So now we call ourselves connected in the world because we have social media. See, to us now, it's just completely normal for us to be overloaded all the time and just to have access to everything that's happening in the world. And then we wonder, why are we so fearful? Why can't we feel? It's because we were never intended to carry so much in our minds and in our hearts. But to us, it's just normal. Many of us are used to never really getting a good night's sleep. It's just normal.
I would encourage you to be a transformational person. You see, transformational people, they inspire others in such a way that they positively bring change into people's lives. To be a transformational person, you have to first be transformed. So I would encourage you, make the changes necessary in your life that make you a better person. What I've discovered is that most incredible positive change happens when we begin to embrace good values. You have to kind of leave something to go to something, and what I encourage people all the time is leave the bad habits to go to the good habits, and leave the bad values and go to the good values. That's where you begin to see the change, the transformation take place. Here's what I do know. The moment that you see the change happen inwardly, it begins to positively affect behavior outwardly. When that happens, you become contagious.
You got to focus on your strengths. When you're hungry to win, you spend your time and your energy being a warrior, not a worrier. No, you don't expend time worrying because you want to get in a fight mode. And when you have something that you want to do, when life has knocked you down and slapped you around, in order for you to get back up, you got to be hungry to win. I was determined to become successful in this area. Why, Les? Because I was hungry to take care of my mother. And so when you're hungry to win, you realize this. Number one, you go all out. That's what it takes now to make it now. In order to win, in order to create a different life for yourself, you got to be hungry.
A DuPont scientist many years ago said that the electrons in the atoms of your body contain a potential energy of more than 11 million kilowatt hours per pound. Do you know that there's enough potential energy locked up in that thing that you're sitting in that we call a body to light up this whole North American continent for nearly a week? And then you'll hear people say, I haven't got any energy. Do you know this thing you're living in vibrates? It glows. And you know, as the image in a person's mind changes, the vibration of their body changes, and the density and the color of this energy changes, and changes dramatically. Now, when you think about money, money is really an idea. Money is an idea. It's manifest on paper. Well, you alter the vibratory rate of the energy that's called wood, and pretty soon it's called paper. And then you put ink on it, and now we call it money. If it can be neither created nor destroyed, it must already be here. If heat will cause the energy that we call water to move into an etheric state, I would imagine heat would cause what we call money to move into an etheric state. You say it's gone, it's not gone, still here. You'll never see it on the level it's on now with your physical sensory factor sight. But if you use your intellect, you'll know that it's still here. And what I'm talking about is moving your mind into a higher vibration, developing a higher consciousness, and you can literally attract all the good that you want. One of our intellectual factors is imagination. Another one is reason. With our imagination, we can tap into this infinite power and we can build beautiful pictures in our mind. Learning is not gathering information. Learning is when you consciously entertain an idea, you step out and act on it. And you improve the results of your life. Pretty good teacher a long time ago said, by their fruits you'll know them.
Folks will always point out reasons on why they're not living their dream. They will always be able to point those things out, but none of those things count. The only thing that counts are results. They tell it all. Judge a tree by the fruit that it bears.
You can always tell a person's level of awareness by the results they're getting. If the results aren't there, they have no one to blame but themselves. For 27 years, I blamed everybody. It was never me, always them.
It was hard for me to give up my old blame list. That was quite a transition for me to make. And blaming myself. Take full responsibility. It's not the seed, it's not the soil, it's not the sunshine, it's not the rain, it's not the seasons that's to be criticized. We must take personal responsibility. Whatever you've reaped, it's your crop. Take responsibility. No complaint.
I wasn't facing up to the truth about me. I was never studying. I didn't know anything about myself. And as a result, the results indicated it. I was unhappy, sick, and broke. Every one of us are the same. The difference is in our results. When we walk into that office where the broadloom is up to our cheeks and there's a great big oak desk, that person is not that much better than you are. I don't care how big their car is, how much money they've got in the bank. They're no better than you. See, our problem is we have been living strictly with our sensory factors and never with our higher level of understanding. If a person's skin is a different color, we say they're different. If a person is a different sex, we say they're different. Are they? No. They appear different to our sight. As we see a person getting better results, we can watch and see how they're getting them, and then we can do what they're doing. Napoleon Hill says it pays to know how to buy knowledge.
Now we're going to get real. Time is running out on you. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. The separator between people that win and lose is what we do with those seconds. You think too much. You're all learning the same things. The separator is going to be who takes massive action quickly. It's serious. You got a chance to change your damn life with what you're learning here. The choices I made, the work I put in, the difference I've made, my great-grandchildren will know the difference. You need to stop letting the damn world push your family around. And just because you hang around other dudes like you who also get pushed around all the time, it's not. normal and it's not okay and you need to change it. So I didn't come here to entertain you today. You need to quit playing around. The world is monkeying with your family and you let them. There was some point, sometime in your life, you knew you were special. You knew you're supposed to do something great with your life. Somewhere along the line, life started happening. Someone teased you at school, a divorce. You got into a career someone else picked for you, and you started to settle. You start to make excuses. You can be anybody you want to be. Really, Dad? Then how come you're not? They're watching you. I love you. I'm here to shake you up and get you to remember what I say today. Because this information goes nowhere if you don't separate yourself by leveraging the pain of where you are or the pleasure of where you're going. And you best get in a damn hurry to make a difference in your life. Time is running out. Like that.